what you get for trying to decide. I saw an elf in a red cloak coming in. She picked her lute and started to grin. Then the world went wrong, the night so white, and a song walked in and rewrote time. She didn't pray, she didn't beg. Reality twisted where she said the wounds closed fast. The fear went still, like the world remembered it had a I had spells on my tongue and brave again. Fire in my chest where there was pain. She sang me whole, she sang me back, pulled me out of the final crack. No halo, no divine decree, just a voice that chose to save me. She didn't ask what I had done, didn't weigh my sins or count them up. She just laughed, wiped blood from my cheek, said the world breaks easier than you think. I've burned for less, I've cursed for more, but no one ever healed me before. But if opens wide and calls her name, I'll walk in first and curse the flame. If she falls, I fall the same. I owe my life to that refrain. So I cast my spells with teeth and truth. I break what hunts, I burn what loops. Not for gold, not for glory's lie, but so her song never has to die. Let the cold crawl back from whatever pit. They won't reach her while I still exist. I've got spells on my tongue and blood in my past, but I found my reason to last. She bent the world when it mattered most, so I'll be her shield, her curse, her ghost. I don't believe in heaven or hell above, but I die for her I was taught to mark the final breath, to walk with grace beside the dead. Candles lit for every name, watch them burn and do the same. As a merciful death priestess, magic walked beneath all breath. The world grows quiet when it ends. No need for swords, no need for friends. Just hush the flame, then fade from sight, and let it vanish with the light. I walk with ghosts, I name the flame. I bless the stillness, soft and plain. I never cried, I never begged. I thought I knew the final edge. The end was kind and cold and clear. A silent place without a fear. I've watched kings die and beggars fade, gave peace where than to laugh. I never asked if it was right to call it peace, to dim the fight. The song was silent, so went to bed until I saw her sing and dance. Her round cloak, her silver hair. She was entranced. She didn't beg the dark to part. She shouted curses with her heart. She sang and I forgot to land a melody that broke commands. No priest, no god, no tethered creed, just her and souls that would not grieve. But now I burn. She showed me silence, could I learn? She sings like endings never win. I pose the light from deep within. So now I walk where she might stray, to guard this song that holds decay. Let others hear the saying flame. I've seen her voice unmake the lane. She sings and faith begins to bend. So I will walk her to the end. I walked with ghosts, now I remain to hold the thread she's down to claim. I'll bless the dust, I'll grace the skull until her song forgets to run. One candle left, oh God, it's flame, and the whisper songs in her
They handed me a blade at 10, a prayer by 15. Said light would guide my every step, would keep my armor clean. But I have bled on holy stones, I failed where heroes stood, and found that even notes can shake when you've seen enough of blood. But I stood again and raised my hand, swore truth would never yield. If the gods had left, I'd be the light, or die upon that field. I am the vow, I am the flame. I wear the scars, but not the shame. The sun may set, the dawn may stall, but I will rise if others fall. My oath is not just ink or law, it's carved in who I'm fighting for. I've watched a brother turn to rot, a friend fall into sin. I bore the weight, I bore the blame, and swore I'd never let it win. I prayed beneath a shattered spire with ash across my face, and whispered, let me try again, and light returned with grace. It burned my soul, but made me whole. The fire behind the creed, I do not serve for glory's sake, I serve because they bleed. I am the vow, I am the flame. I walk the A girl in crimson cloak, her laughter full of teeth. Her voice could bend the world askew, make tyrants clench their sheaths. She mocked my oaths, she mocked my hair, she mocked my perfect form. But in her song I heard the storm and knew it meant reform. She sings what I would never say, she dances where I pray. And yet beneath that chaos lies the hope I swore to stay. Beside her name, she sings the truth I could not see and still believes in light and me. So let the dark prepare for war. We're not alone, not anymore.
I smile like suns were meant to wake and bow beneath the rules I face. Temples told me how to stand, how to bless and how to brand, but no one asked what I could be if I wasn't made to be holy. I was born bright, but not for me. A mirror held eternally, but now I blaze without their chains, no longer dim to fit their frame. This fire's mine, it bends its ways, and I decide who feels its rays. I healed on cue, I judged with grace. A statue smile on trembling face. The world bowed low to what I seemed, but never asked what I had dreamed. And all that gold felt cold inside, a glow with nowhere left to hide. They crowned me sun, they called me pure, but I just wanted to be sure that light could bloom, not just obey, and still be worthy anyway. Then she arrived in Redmond without prayer, just voice like storm and flame laid bare. She didn't flinch, she didn't kneel, she asked me how I truly feel. She sang and fate began to bend, and I knew then I'd find temple dressed in blood gone cold. My thoughts were threads, my breath divine. They carved the future out of mine. Each question burned, each vision flayed. A dragon leashed and forced to pray. I was a child, I was a blade. I was the loom, the clergy maid. They fed me fate until I choked and called it holy when I broke. But then she came in crimson flame, a voice that cracked the chapel's name. She didn't PF2 fixes this. Even when you cast Eldritch Kiss, your rules lawyer can finally rest, and the wizard isn't just a pest. So next time D&D throws a twist, say it loud, PF2 fixes this. A girl once wept at mortal graves, but weeping turned to wrath in waves. She saw the dead chain like prey, so she rose up and stole the day. She spoke no prayer, she bore no light, but shadow bled from every fight. And in the dark she carved a name. The gods took notice, too late came. On a throne of feathers, cold and crowned, she tore the tyrant's temple down. The raven queen with silent scream, unseated death to roll its stream. No bells were rung, no angels cried, just feathers falling where gods died. The shadow fell, now knows no king, only the hush of her dark wing. Nero stood proud with crown of bone, but found his godhood not his own. She slips between his whispered lies and plucked his soul from weeping skies. She did not beg, she did not kneel. She broke his name and sealed the deal. The dead now walk beneath her eyes. No plea, no pact, no last goodbyes. On a throne of feathers, cold and crowned, she tore the tyrant's temple down. The raven queen with silent scream, unseated death to rule its dream. No bells were rung, no angels cried, just feathers falling where gods died. The shadow fell, now knows no king, only the hush of her dark wing. No fate, no faith, no final breath. She whispered, I will become death. Souls obey, the veil bends low, where memories fade and shadows grow. No mortals dream of her descent, of silver eyes and judgment sent. No mercy laced, no lover's grief, just cold resolve and soul thieves wreath. Her throne is built from stories lost, a god's defeat, a mortal's cost. Yet still she waits beyond No traps, no skeletons, not even a scream. The rogue said, finally, something's gone right. Then tripped on goo and vanished from sight.
The wizard yelled, don't touch the slime.
The fighter was stuck by initiative time.
The cleric blessed the whole damn wall.
While the cube just jiggled and ate poor Mo. I licked the cube and I regret it. I thought it was jelly, don't forget it. Transparent doom, a squishy tomb. It vacuumed our bard and stole his flute. I licked the cube, it licked me back. The rogue's still floating inside like a snack. So next time you're in dungeon halls,
don't trust the wall.
The barbarian screamed and charged in wild.
Came out back like a melted
The
child.
druid wild shaped into a bear.
It screamed, why is it in my hair?
It rolled right over the wizard's scroll.
Now all our maps look like toilet bowls.
And the sorcerer cast a magic blast.
But it just burped and slimed and bust.
I licked the cube and I regret it. My shoes are gone, I won't forget it. That ooze don't care, it just absorbs. Our quest log's gone, in other words. I licked the cube, I saw my fate through a floating half-digested plate. So next time, traps don't look so tall.
Just punch the walls.
It eats, it slides, it squeaks, it hums, it digests wands and chewing gum.
It's silent, slow, and full of teeth. And now it's wearing my character sheet.
I licked the cube and I regret it. The tavern won't even let me bet it. We lost our loot, our pride, our mage to a walking blob in a dinner stage. I licked the cube, it winked, I swear, with the rogue still doing jazz hands in there. So next time you dungeon crawl,
Oh, don't trust the walls.
I walk through graves, the names I can't recall. Shadows whisper louder than my soul's faint call. The moonlight burns, yet gives me no release. A restless corpse denied the gift of peace. I breathe, but I don't live. My heart a hollow drum. The world forgets my name, but still I cannot come to sleep within the earth. To end this cursed reprieve, I breathe, but I don't live. Hands once warm, now colder than the stone. Each memory a thread already torn. Faces blur like paintings in the rain. Love is a word that I can't feel again. I breathe, but I don't live. My heart a hollow drum. The world forgets my name, but still I cannot come to sleep within the earth. To end this cursed reprieve, I breathe, but I don't live. Will not carry me, the grave will not take me.
No gods hear my prayers, no night will awake me. my darts, or I break the rules. 'Cause next round I won't pretend. I'll fireball just to blame. Dinner's looking lean, so we fried up a kobold turned kinda green. The wizard asked, is that tale safe? The cleric prayed, then lost her faith. We don't got stew, we got stupidity. Slicing, dicing, cursed cuisine. Slay it, then saute it. If it breathes, we fillet it. From trolls to slimes, we're making meals with just a torch and rose got feels. The goblin chef says trust the pan. We're eating monsters, that's the plan. That's a lower. The dwarf cooked cube into a jelly pie. It wobbled once, then tried to bite. The elf made essence of dire bear mist. The barbarian growled, where's the meat in this? The Araco cried, chase the herd. And who screamed, I'm not food, put me down. Slay it, then saute it. Boil it, broil it, fillet it. A displacer beast, that's rare delight. Just don't ask why your plate might bite. Even the mimic got served tonight, though the plate itself was also a fight. Also a fight. The ranger's jerky's made from bugbear lung. The bard said tastes like victory and dung. Still we feast and still we fry till the dungeon's empty. Monster dry. Slay it, then saute it. Our guts may not obey it, but deep in dungeon chefs are born with empty packs and rations gone. So grab a fork, ignore the slime, and eat that ooze one bite at a beneath the stones it stirs, a choir without face. The false hydra sings and it rewrites this place. Her smile is gone, her laughter turned to mist. A name erased by jaws that should not exist. Where did Jenny go? The false hydra knows. Its song devours memory until nothing shows. Her name falls from my mind like whispers drown below. Tell me, where did The tavern stands half full, yet all the chairs are packed. But one is missing, still alive, the song attacked. The townsfolk smile, but none recall her hand. The false hydro feast where silence takes its stand. Singing, but none of them are seen. It feeds on all our knowing, a hunger cold obscene. Where did Jenny go? The false hydra knows. Its song devours memory until nothing shows. Her name falls from my mind like whispers drown below. Tell me, Jenny go? We strolled into the silver mug. The rogue was drunk, the wizard smug. At the door stood a tall old bloke, eyes like stars and divine cloak. The fighter said, "Yo, you bouncing here?" He just blinked and sipped his beer. So I, the bard with flair and grin, tossed him a coin and said, "Let us in." Bahamut, oh no, that was Bahamut, the platinum dragon in a tavern cut. I thought he was stabbed, just watching the floor, not the god of justice outside the door. Now my loot's on fire and my soul feels odd, because I tried to tip the dragon god. The cleric fainted, the paladin knelt, the sorcerer asked how smiting felt. He rose in light with silver wings,
Said, "You mortals do the strangest thing." He didn't smite, just raised a brow, but all our beers turned holy now. The rogue asked,
still taking tips.
the dragon sighed and pursed his lips. Bahamut, great gods, that was Bahamut, the radiant judge of all moral guts. We offered him ale, we offered our seats. He blessed the chairs, then burned our receipts. Now the tavern sings, the tables on. By the time we tip the dragon god.
Now every time we enter a bar, we check for glows and divine scar. If someone's tall and oddly grand, we don't high five, we shake their hand. Bahamut, forgive our mortal fraud. We mistook your grace for a tavern squad. May your wings stay vast, your judgment's fair. We'll tip our hats, not coin with care. And if you sit near a flagon broad, we'll never again tip the dragon By the will of the sky and the woods, I pronounce thee to be wed. Said the priest to the tree, a big spruce with thick green foliage. The in disbelief. This man was to marry a tree. I love you, my sweet tree. You're the one for me. Come love me, baby. Let's be married. The bridegroom was there with a bouquet. She had branches in her hair and a laurel made of leaves. And the priest laughed with joy as the druids gathered round. And the fairies clapped and laughed, said it's not every day you get to see a man marry a tree. I love you, my sweet tree. You're the one for me. Come love me, baby. Let's be I tune my lute, crack my grin wide. An ogre stepped forward, eyes full of pride. Then I said, shut up, you look like someone who drops common loot, and not even a fun one. Your mother, I rolled investigation last night. Found only bones and disappointment in plain sight. You're not even worth the XP I'll pass. I wouldn't waste a cantrip on your sorry ass. I don't need a blade, no spell components to list. Just a vicious grin and words with a twist. Is that your face or did your neck throw up? Your style is tragic like a cursed teacup. Vicious mockery, I cast roast. I deal in trauma, not in boast. Every verse a dagger sharp. Every rhyme hits like a dart. You're not a villain, you're just filler. Even a goblin would be a better killer. So take your damage, hold your pride. I'll be singing while you run and hide. So take that psychic, eat this rhyme, and try not to cry this time. Yeah, 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 yeah. This time. You're not even a side quest, more like a bug. The DM passed you out and gave the table a shrug. You make the monsters we fight feel bad, even the lich asked if you're just sad. You swing a long sword like a butter knife. Your charisma hits worse than real life. You bring despair to every turn, but from your screw-ups we all learn. Vicious mockery, my voice cuts deep. You're the one reason bards don't lose sleep. I bet you take psychic damage from a mirror. You flinch at your reflection, it couldn't be clearer. Your initiative roll was a solid 3. It's the only impressive thing about your personality. Hey, hey! Vicious mockery, I cast roast. Your intelligence check is a haunted ghost. The Tarask is not a drink, my guy, and even the gelatinous cube set by. So here's a scroll signed and burned from a bard whose words have learned. So when I strum, you better brace, cause I just crit hit your whole damn face. You're the villain from the tutorial zone. Get beat by teens on their first iPhone. Even an ooze has structure they had hit points, CR ratings and cooler joints. You're so cursed by the dice god spite, you roll natural ones just out of fright. You're the reason the DM nerfs are fun. You fumble so hard you broke the sun. If your brain exploded, it wouldn't move your hair. You're like a mimic, all teeth, nothing there. Even kobolds push you into mud. You're the only one who crits and draws blood from the stud. You're the reason the DM cancels the session. You drink fun like a cleric with no profession. I've seen goblin stools with better awareness, and they don't roll dice with such careless unfairness. You cast suggestion, try go home and cry. Your initiative score is the only thing I won't lie. It was a 3 and that's generous too. Your presence alone makes NPCs boo. Vicious mockery, final blow. You're more useful dead with gear to show. You're what happens when bad rolls breed, and your spell slots will never need. So save that face, hide your shame. Even your shadow dodged your name. No need for swords, no need for flame. This tongue does damage, and you're to blame. And you're to blame.
I'm not a chest full of gold and delight. I'm full of teeth and I bite out of fright. But deep inside I'm soft and sweet. Please don't die when you take a seat. I made a sign, it says free hugs, but all I get is bones and shrugs. I wait for friends in every hall, and then I eat them teeth and all. I didn't mean to gnaw your mage, I just get nervous then engage. It's hard to cuddle when you're cursed. My friendship comes with hunger first. Stop touching me, I'm lonely. I swear I don't bite intentionally. Stop opening me slowly. Your rogue friend's in my throat, low-key. I wanna chat and maybe play, but every bell just runs away, then trips and lands inside my jaw, and I get hungry, that's the flaw. Hey. I decorated with fun stickers, removed some bones, swept out the critters. I lit a candle for the scent, but still they scream and get all bent. The last part said you need a therapist before he vanished in my twist. I tried to burp his mandolin, but I ate that too, oops again. I practice high, not roar, I bite, but my tongue still drools that side. I swear I want to shake your hand, not drag you to digestion land. Stop touching me, I'm lonely. I'm not a trap, I'm family. Please stop swinging your sword, it's rude to stab a mimic, surely. I'm more than fangs and sticky goo. I've got a heart, it beats for you, but when you loot me, we both know it's dinner time and down you go. Please, just one friend. Not again. Not again. Stop touching me, I'm lonely. I'm more than teeth and mimicry. Let's play a game, not RPG, where you survive more than round 3. I need a pound, not party meat. A friend who hugs and doesn't cheat. But till that day I sit and wait inside this room behind the gate.
help us all. The fighter ducked but caught a spark. Now he glows faintly in the dark. Magic went wild, no control. The fireball devoured our very soul.
10 dig 6 to the face, what a catastrophic waste.
We thought we'd slay, but we erased.
Tomes in armor,
Loot in the dust, another well that went too far. Moment to trust. Next time we'll whisper, maybe don't cast big, but when you're a wizard, you crave that gig. So here we lie, scarred and singed with scorched pride and dreams.
Ten six to the face. Hey, 10 dig 6 to the face. The lessons we're crass, don't cast spells in tight little masks.
We lost our gear, our health, our grace.
Throw the fireball.
Straight to our face.
I pulled my lute and gave a wink. The goblin laughed, he didn't think that one dumb chord and a rhyming shout would
Make the fighter knock his brains right out.
the wizard danced to my dumb beat. The rogue slid through with perfect feet. The cleric's mace began to glow. I strummed again, they stole the show.
I strung you, smash that ogre, turned to ash. My notes were flat, my rhythm whacked.
But somehow you still broke his back.
With nothing but a kazoo tune, you wiped the room by afternoon. Wombo!
The dragon sneered, we had no plan. That I beatboxed in a frying pan.
The barbarian roared with wardle delight and suplexed it into the night.
The DM blinked, said what the hell, as I played chords that didn't gel.
The dice were kind, the rolls were high.
That's bardic magic, don't ask why.
I strung you, smashed the lich, got pancake thrash. My lyrics sucked, my rhymes were cursed.
Yet somehow you reversed the hearse.
One power chord, a sudden blast, and now the loot is ours at last.
You call it chaos, I call it style. I charm with tunes and win with gall. You fight with swords, I fight with flair. A fart solo, drop the owlbear.
Why strung you, smashed the whole damn dungeon, crash with every note that made no sense.
You gained a magical effect.
So when the goblins start to hiss, just shout.
The bard's got this. Our gear's now soup and our souls went far. The rogues now ash, the tanks just dust. The druid's bare form combusted just. Cleric's bones are lightly toasted. Dwarf's beard is flame roasted. And the mage, oh, he's super dead. But he laughed the whole time as his hat caught red. I don't give a shit about how large is the room. I cast fireball, make it go boom. I don't give a damn if we're tied in a hall, 'cause fireball solves it all. Solves it all.
I was once a knight with a glowing blade, holy smites and shiny parades. Then I sinned a bit and sinned some more. Now I live in a crypt with a skull decor. The gods of death said, serve us proud. Now I chase skeletons that scream too loud. I thought I'd lead with fear and doom, but I mostly yell, put that ball back in his tomb. Undead minions, undead stress. I fell from grace, didn't ask for this mess. Zombies snore, my weights throw hands. Skeletons twerk to hardcore bands. The leeches mock me. The ghouls are dying, and my undead horse keeps farting fire. I tried to conquer Baldur's Gate, but my minions stopped to argue undead tax rates. I summoned 54, a siege so tight, half wandered off to start a karaoke night. Undead minions, no respect, would just replace my sword with the wooden sex. I scream and talk, they dance instead, and one gave the cleric my severed head. No mortal foes can break my soul, but these undead sharks in my dinner rolls. So hear my tale, you brave and bold. Falling from grace, it's mostly mold. Don't chase power with an evil grin, 'cause leading the dead's like herding drunk skeletons in. Undead minions, no respect, would just replace my sword with the wooden sex. Undead minions, undead stress. I fell from grace, didn't ask for this mess. Undead minions, no respect. They steal my ill and scream like my house.
The void blade tried to speak, its voice like a banshee shriek. It said I love you or maybe doom. Tavern turned into a cursed tomb. Black acre drip from the walls. Barmaid screamed, the void blade calls. A tankard shattered, a chair combusted. Aloe and sour trust was busted. Oh, void blade, what did you say? Did
the blackened moon. Dice rolled ones, the table cracked. The rogue's gold turned to writhing rats. The wizard wept, his spells reversed. The paladin's blessing became a curse. The cleric fainted, the druid fled. All because of what the void blade said. Oh, void blade, what did you say? Did you curse the night or ruin the day? Tried to love, but you brought decay. Oh, void blade, stay away. We crept through the dungeon, torches dim low. Blood on the walls and the ceiling said no. But I saw a glow with a curious hum, and I thought, ooh, that looks kind of fun. They begged me, don't touch it. They screamed, girl, beware. But I knocked on the door like I just didn't care. It opened with squelches, it moaned with delight, and something reached out in the pale glowing light. Tentacle trouble, I've made a huge mistake. It winked at me. Gods, it's awake. It's slimy, it's squishy, it's wrapping me tight. I'm blushing and battling with all of my might. Shouldn't have touched it, should have understand. No, but it gave me a wiggle and put on a show. I thought it was treasure, I thought it was lore, but it whispered ready as it tugged on my core. Now my party is weeping, they've seen far too much. The rogue lost his boots and the cleric won't touch. Tentacle trouble, I've made a huge mistake. It's stroking my hair for heaven's sake. It's pulsing, it's purring, it's got too much charm, and frankly, it's holding me like a weighted arm. Shouldn't have touched it, should have said no. Now I'm the bard in a squelchy show. I've learned a small lesson from this dungeon delight. Never flirt with a door that's glowing at night. If it jiggles or squirms, just back up and pray. But if you're like me, you'll do it anyway.
Ho, 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 ho! She crawled from shadows, legs all eight, fangs that glisten, eyes of hate. Accursed it drove from Lolth's dark throne, but somehow she walked in topless alone. I was trained for danger, charm, and fight, but not majestic spider boobs in moonlight. Eyes up here, bard, she said with a glare, but I swear I didn't know which pair she wove. A trap, I lost my loot, couldn't dodge webs or a single hoot. Eyes up here, bard, she's death with style, and I've been staring for a solid mile. She said, why do men always stare? I said, because you forgot something to wear. She spun her web with a little pout, and now I'm tied up, feelings and out. She grabbed my neck, said, try to stay set. I said, that's fine, while I make eye contact with the tents. Eyes up here, bard, she hisses even more, but I'm hexed by the jiggle, doomed by the knocker. I tried to cast, I tried to play, but I dropped my loot and my will to slay. Eyes up here, bard, she's art and wrath, and I die again just to walk her path. They warned me, don't flirt is death or eyes up here, Bart. She moves with pride as she drags me deeper. For her pride, they'll sing a song of the bard who fell to a topless strider from spider hell. Eyes up here, Bart. My tale's been spun, and I regret nothing, not even one. He was tearing through goblins with axe in the sun. Rage in his heart and his shirt there was none. Cleric said, bro, you stack like a wall. So he started to flex and gold starts to fall. No spells, no skills, just stabs on display. He poses once a day and the nobles all pay. His followers scream, we crave the berserk. He just grunts and flex, that's premium work. Here's the barbarian's only fan, breaking hearts with the flex of his hand. No armor, just oiled up packs, charging coin for those perky checks. He doesn't read, but he reads the thirst and rages harder when the comments get worse. Look for rage, subscribe for the roar. He's got more views than the king's own war. You want blood, you want sweat, you want thighs. He's got rage lines that hypnotize. Here's the barbarian's only fan, tipping gold just to see him stand. No shirt, no shame, no class feature here, just primal screams and a loincloth lick. His axe is retired, but his body's employed. He flexes for peace, and the world's overjoyed. So next time you see him with muscles so grand, just bow to the legend, they call him Rage Brand!
Adventurers all, the snacks are set, the dice will fall. The DM sighs, it's time once more to wrangle misfits through dungeon doors. First came the rules, lawyer bold, quoting page numbers like ancient scrolls. Next the murder hobo with a grin. Hi, I stab the innkeeper, let's begin. The method actor voice so grand wrote their backstory in Elvish by hand. The power gamer flexed and smirked with a broken build they proudly worked. They all sat down with sheets in hand in a world of magic, beast and sand. But little did the DM know this party brings more chaos than flow. edgelord broods with glowing eyes. My family died all 17 times. And Maxer's stats were off the chart. Dumped wisdom and charisma, but maxed out smart. The K-eyed stupid licked a trap. Now the whole dungeon's filled with sap. The chameleon cracked another pun. The dragon's stunned, but so is everyone. Lore buff raised a lore debate. Actually, that's a lesser fiend, not a wigged mate. Quiet genius rolled a sneak. One nat 20 BBEGs now weak. They march along in crooked line. Their plans go boom about half the time. But when it clicks and teamwork flows, they might just barely beat their foes. Roll call, roll call. Whose eldritch blast just wrecked the wall? Roll call, roll call. Who brought a goose and named it Mo? From tavern brawls to plains unknown, this party makes pure chaos home. The romance seeker winked and tried to seduce a banshee. Yes, she cried. Loot goblin looted every chest. Got cursed 3 times and still obsessed. Support main cast heals with grace. Then got left behind in a mimic's place. The absentee showed up mid-fight. Wait, what's going on? Why is it night? Right! Tactical warlord drew his plan. Flank on 3 and don't split the clan. Wild magic addict rolled that die. Turn the party into frogs mid-fight. Craftmaster brought terrain to match a 3D printed liction, a trapdoor hatch. Copycat played what Reddit said, but summoned a duck army instead. DM's favorite had plot armor thick. Pulled a magic sword from a rock too quick. Everyone groaned but let it slide, 'cause they brought snacks and beer beside. Roll call, roll call. We laugh, we fight, we sometimes crawl. Roll call. No one's sane, but we've had a ball. From natural ones to glorious crits, this party's full of glorious misfits. And thus ends the tale of brave souls and fools who somehow saved the world by accident.
Back in my day, we burned down towns, flew in circles, rained fire down. No talking, no quest, no second chance, just crispy nights in melted pans.